Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am beyond grateful for having young entrepreneurs to come to my talk today. My name is Natalia Borhan and I am the founder of Le Sanlia Enterprise. The purpose of this talk is to let all of you know that failure in business isn't a bad thing. Henry Ford once said, failure is the opportunity to begin again more intelligently. It can be difficult to think of getting up, dusting oneself off, and trying again after a failure. Failure can be discouraging, but there's a silver lining to it. First and foremost, we must remember that every great entrepreneur has failed. The fact that the entrepreneurship is that you will fail some of time. If you go through life believing you will never fail, you will be smacked down twice as hard as you do. But if you are aware that failure can strike anytime, you will be able to react more swiftly when you does and make adjustment to rectify the situation. It will take you considerably longer to adapt and modify if you don't believe failure is a possibility. This can result of multiple negative issues piling up on your back, hampering your forward progress. Second, failure might provide us with the opportunity to learn from our mistakes. We can learn a lot from failure. Everything that leads up to failure is a learning experience. The decision you make at the time, your reasoning for them, and so on. You can disrupt a failure and learn from it if you have the right mindset. According to John Foy, attorney and CEO of John Foy and Associates, there's two respect to failure. You have the options of becoming swifter or growing rich. So decision a good entrepreneur choose is what separates them from a poor one. You have the options of becoming disappointed and considering quitting up, or you can accept the failure or learn from it. Last but not least, overcoming obstacles build a company's strength. Failure can be viewed as a challenge rather than a personal flaw, which can be extremely beneficial to entrepreneurs on their journey. Every setback is an opportunity to learn from it, and a great entrepreneur weave their way around number of them before finally making it. When you are no longer afraid of failing, there's a little to stop you from pursuing your aspiration and goals. We are confronted with frightening situations on a daily basis, and the sooner you remove fear from your mental progress, the sooner you will be able to focus 100% on your goals. Apple's choice to fire Steve Jobs in 1985 is an excellent example of a corporation that came back stronger. In the end, there's some argument over whether Jobs' removal resulted in sales stagnation for the next 10 years, but no one can argue that when he returned 12 years later, sales have improved. Apple is now a household name, and its brand boasts some of the most sought-after technology goods in the world, thanks to Jobs' ingenuity and marketing appeal. Before I wrap up my talk for the day, I would like to remind you that failing in business isn't always a negative thing. The only way is to find out what's your limit and to test them. Failure teaches you what you are capable of and what you are not. Knowing this allows you to make more precise plans for the future and work toward your objective. Personally, I have failed countless times while establishing Le Sanlia, and I would never be where I am now if I let a single setback to deter me or get in the way of my aspirations. Instead, I embrace them and use them as a teaching and motivation tool. Will I unable to succeed in the future? Probably, but I will allow that to stop me? Certainly not. That concludes today's discussions. Thank you very much for your time.